We're going to practice 6 addition and 6 subtraction questions that students should know by the end of grade 8. I understand that math can be challenging to tackle alone. This channel is here to support and assist you or your child in learning math. What you'll need: a pencil, download our video worksheet, link in the comments, or use your own piece of paper, and time to use your brain, so no calculators are allowed. Here's a look at 3 addition question we're going to solve. Feel free to pause and solve for the question on your own first, or watch Ms. John guide you through the solutions. Feel free to use the timestamp below to go directly to the answer key. Question number 1, 653 plus 543. What we're going to do is we're going to add up each column one by one. So we're going to do the first column, 3 plus 3. Then we're going to do the second column, 5 plus 4. Then we're going to add up the third column, 6 plus 5. So let's begin with the first column, 3 plus 3. What we're going to first do is draw the rough box. And in this rough box, we're going to write 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now we're going to write 6 in the ones column of the answer section. Now we're going to do the second column, 5 plus 4. In the rough box, we're going to write 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Now we're going to write 9 in the answer column of the 10 section. Now we're going to do the third column, 6 plus 5. We're going to write 6 plus 5 in the rough box, and that equals 11. Now we're going to write 11 in the answer section of the hundreds and the thousands column. So therefore the answer of 653 plus 543 equals 1,196. Again, it equals 1,196. Question number 2, 56.4 plus 70.6. So the first thing we're going to do is bring down that decimal to the answer section. Then we're going to go column by column by column like we did in the last question. So we're going to start with the first column, 4 plus 6. Again, we're going to draw our rough box, and in this rough box, we're going to do 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Now we're going to move the 0 to the answer section of the tens column, and then we're going to bring the 1 to the ones column beside the 6. Now we're going to add up the ones column. So we're going to do 6 plus 0. So let's write 6 plus 0. 6 plus 0 equals 6. Now let's add the 1 that we carried to the 6. So 6 plus 1 equals 7. Now we're going to move the 7 down to the ones column of the answer section. And now we're going to do the third column. So in the rough box, we're going to write 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7 equals 12. Now we're going to move the 12 down to the answer section. The answer is 127. Again, the answer is 127. Question number 3, 154 plus 654. Again, we're going to do each column, starting with the first column, 4 plus 4. We're going to draw that rough box. In that rough box, we're going to write 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. We're going to bring the 8 down to the ones column of the answer section. Now we're going to do the next column, 5 plus 5. We're going to write 5 plus 5 in the rough box. 5 plus 5 equals 10. So we're going to move the 0 down to the tens column in the answer section and carry that 1 over. Now we're going to add up the last column, 1 plus 6. Now we're going to write 1 plus 6 in the rough box. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Now we're going to move that 1 that we carried over to the 7 and add it. So 7 plus 1 equals 8. And now we're going to move the 8 down to the hundreds column in the answer section. So the answer is 808. Again, the answer is 808. Here's the answer key. If you got an answer wrong, use a timestamp to go back and check your solution. Here's a look at 3 subtraction questions we're going to solve. Feel free to pause and solve the question on your own first, or watch Ms. John guide you through the solutions. Feel free to use the timestamp below to go directly to the answer key. Question number 1, 542 minus 240. When solving for the answer, we're going to subtract each column by column, one at a time. So we're going to start with the far right column, so 2 minus 0, then we're going to do 4 minus 4, and then we're going to do 5 minus 2. So let's start with the ones column, 2 minus 0. What we're first going to do is draw a rough box, and then in this rough box, we're going to write 2 minus 0. 2 minus 0 equals 2. Now we're going to bring that 2 down to the answer section in the ones column. Now we're going to do the second column. So 4 minus 4. In the rough box, we're going to write 4 minus 4. 4 minus 4 equals 0. So now we're going to move that 0 down to the tens column in the answer section. Now we're going to do the third column, the hundreds column. 5 minus 2. We're going to write 5 minus 2 in the rough box. 5 minus 2 equals 3. Now we're going to write 3 in the hundreds column of the answer section. So the answer is 302. Again, the answer is 302. Question number 2, 458 minus 321. We're going to do the first column, second column, and third column one by one. So let's begin with the first column in the one section, 8 minus 1. We're going to draw that rough box. Then in that rough box, we're going to do 8 minus 1. 8 minus 1 equals 7. Now we're going to write 7 in the one section of the answer section. Now we're going to do the next column, 5 minus 2. We're going to write 5 minus 2 in the rough box. 5 minus 2 equals 3. We're going to write 3 in the tens column of the answer section. Now we're going to subtract the last column. 4 minus 3. We're going to write 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 equals 1. We're going to write the 1 in the hundreds column of the answer section. The answer is 137. Again, the answer is 137. Question number 3, 34.9 minus 16.4. The first thing we're going to do when we work with anything with decimals is bring that decimal down to the answer section. Now we're going to begin by solving the first column, 9 minus 4. We're going to first draw a rough box. In this rough box, we are going to write 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 equals 5. Now we're going to write the 5 in the tenths column of the answer section. Now we're going to do the second column, 4 minus 6. So let's write 4 minus 6. If we were to minus 4 minus 6 on its own, we can do it. It will just give us a negative number, and in this case, it will give us a negative 2. However, in this scenario, because we have other digits that are to the left and the right of this number, we actually have to start borrowing. We got to borrow a tens from the other number to the left of it. When you're adding, add all you want, but subtraction, unfortunately not. So we're going to borrow 10. In order to do that, we have to take that 3, we have to make that 2. So we're taking 10 wholes out of it, bringing it to the 4, and don't worry, don't complicate it with the whole tens out of what is that? Just slash the 3. Bring that to 2, and then just know that that is now going to become 14, okay? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. So then from here, we have to now minus 14 minus 6. So 14 minus 6 equals 8. Now we're going to bring that 8 down to the one section of the answer column. And now we're going to do the last column in the tens column. And so we're not doing 3 minus 1. We're actually doing 2 minus 1 now. So let's write 2 minus 1 in the rough box. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Now we're going to put 1 in the tens column of the answer section. So the answer is 18.5. Again, the answer is 18.5. Here's the answer key. If you got an answer wrong, use a timestamp to go back and check your solution. Good job at taking ownership over your education. You did it! See you in the next video.